crime time, y'all. It's crime time. Okay, we back with another video. And look, y'all see this title, right? We got a creepy stepfather that's doing some creepy things, okay? And I hear a lot of stories about stepfathers coming into the home and violating kids or turning kids bad or introducing them to, bad things. Excuse me. So I don't know, like women, I don't know, like if you're a single mom, are you vetting the man that's coming into your home? Are you really trying to find out who he is, or do you feel like, no, I really need a man in the home? I don't know, like what's the process there? Like being a single mom or being a woman recently divorced, whatever it may be, like what's the process behind bringing a man into your home? Like, let's watch this video. We're gonna get our thoughts out. Let's lock in, and we're gonna play it right now. No more wasting time. Let's go.
On April 12th, 2022, Clay County deputies in Florida were called to a home after a 12-year-old girl came forward in tears, telling her mother.
I'm gonna stop it right there already, y'all. My daughter is 12 right now. I know. I don't look that old, and I'm not. You know what I'm saying? Listen, I had an early start, okay? But my daughter is 12 years old right now, so let's dive in and see, because this is a good perspective for me. Let's see what's happening, bro.
About inappropriate contact that had happened earlier that day, and that it wasn't the first time. When investigators came, she explained that the behavior had been happening for a long time, more times than she could remember, and that she finally spoke up because she was tired of it and wanted it to stop. To their horror, the man she identified was 49-year-old Paul
girl to say that,
Mauricio,
bro, she's
an
been going
8-year
through
patrol
it.
deputy with the Clay County
This is a
Sheriff's
chronic
Office,
issue
and
already.
a 20-year Navy veteran, and her stepdad.
I was talking just now, but y'all see that, right? He's a cop, a Navy vet. Bro, it's always the ones you're supposed to trust the most. It's always the motherfuckers that's the cleanest. It's always the motherfuckers in high positions. It's always the people that come with the clean cut. It's always them. Like, I don't, bro, a cop, an Army veteran. This didn't start
was
with
brought
her.
in for questioning and initially denied everything,
Of course,
claiming the girl was simply angry with him. But as the interview went on, his story began to crack, and inside the interrogation room, Mauricio would begin revealing the horrific truth behind what he had been hiding.
So, tell me a little bit about what you've been going through, how you're doing.
I always hate the fact that cops got to be so nice to these dudes, but I get it. I hate it though.
It came out of nowhere. It's completely unseen. Like, didn't even see us coming. Like, hell. She woke me up this morning. I was in bed. I just gotta go pee, and she walked in the bedroom. I was like, hey. So, me and my wife were sleeping in the buff. Because our door was broken now, so all the kids, they barge in all the time. She was like, I don't feel good. I got sore throat. Like, my stomach hurts so bad. Really? She did the same thing last week. She didn't want to go to actual rocks because some situation with some girls didn't go here or whatever. So I was like, are you sure that's the only reason you don't want to go to schools, or are you being bullied or anything? Is there something else going on? No, I don't think so. I was like, all right, well, I'm going to breakfast, take him to daycare, and go back to bed, whatever. I left, came back, 9 o'clock, he's still sleeping.
Like, all this talking he's doing for real?
Her cinnamon bagels, she grabbed the toast, she put it in there. She grabbed the Philadelphia cream cheese out of her fridge.
Bro, you always know somebody's lying when they over-explaining a story, bro. Like, you know it. We've all experienced it. You ask somebody for something, you're like, yo, where's this? Where's that? You owe me this, you owe me that. You said this, da-da-da, and they start over-explaining, oh, you're my auntie, and then this happened, and then this old lady was crossing the street, and you know what I'm saying? He talking about, I had cream cheese on the bun. Like, nobody cares, bro. Get to the important stuff. Number one trait of a lie, just lock it in. They always over-explain.
She spread her thing on there, and then we sat down. I had a cup of coffee, and we sat down and watched Let's Make a Deal first. And then we watched Price is Right. And then I got up to do our taxes, so I grabbed her computer, which was slow, so I ended up putting that away, grabbed my work computer, and I did it on there.
Yeah, I wonder what's on your computer.
By the time I got done, it was like 1 something. I was like, I'm going to take a nap. She goes, I knew it. Old people was taking naps, so yeah, so I slept till about 4. Got up at 4, I'm at the daycare. daycare because my son came back. Away when she got home, I literally pulled up as she was getting home. Like, the dinner ready, the hot dogs and hamburgers, I'm starving. Like, babe, I literally just got here. Like, I literally just pulled up. There's sons of them back there catching lizards. So
Paul walked them through his day, leading up to when the 12-year-old girl came forward to her mom.
Okay.
He was trying to set an idea in the detectives' minds that this whole outburst happened because of something bad happening at school. But the detectives let him speak, as he was just digging himself a bigger hole.
Right, doing all that over-explaining, talking too much.
When I came back from outside, I heard crying.
Already trying to make the girl look bad.
So I went back, sat down, and it was dropping my lap. Why do you think she would say something? Well, there's a couple of reasons. I think.
What do you think?
We just found out on Monday she and this boy that she had dated at the beginning of school. She started dating at the initial meeting. Like that was her crush, her love.
And I bet you he was mad about that. I bet you he was mad about that. That his 12-year-old stepdaughter started dating a boy. If that's even true, because what he's doing to her, what she's been going through, I don't even know if that's a true story, because it's probably hard for her to even at 12, let alone with what she's going through, for her to even be contemplating relationships and guys and all that. I think this is all just bullshit.
She's in love with this kid.
See what I'm saying? Like, I don't know.
Basically, crushed her. Told her to let her talk to her. She came home crying like this ball. And what happened? She told us, like, I told her, like, you don't really have boyfriends.
See?
That's
He's telling her she don't even have boyfriends. Because he know what he doing. I'm talking too much.
Check her phone, please. She was waking up tired every morning for some reason. She was tired. She been texting him at 2 o'clock in the morning, back and forth stuff. He was right into her. When she came home from school the next day, see if she, catch her in line, see if she come clean. She was like, no, nothing.
See, again with the over-explaining, bro, none of this has nothing to do with the fact that she she's not going to report you for abusing her because you caught her talking to a boy. Like, come on, bro. You're lying.
Just like detectives had suspected from the beginning, Paul leaned into the story that this all started with some boy at school, and that after she was punished for her behavior, she falsely accused him of abuse out of anger. It's a classic script many abusive guardians fall back on, but in cases like this, it's rarely ever the truth.
You saying this is like 200% right call because they need to investigate. I'm not going anywhere. So what do you think is the big reason? You said she that's a bullying at school and stuff like that. What do you think the being the boy at school is? What kind of? Because once we told her that, like, her whole face, everything just changed. Now, what did she actually allege with the last line?
I know they gotta block all of that out.
So you touched it. That's all she told me. She walked out the bedroom and come out. Came out a few times and Paul, I love you, but I have to say I love you too. She went and stayed in the bedroom until. So she never told you what those allegations were? Yeah. Oh, she wouldn't even talk to me. So I just sat on the couch and I waited. And I went outside and sat with Paul. He's talking inside and he went outside and you guys showed up.
You could tell Paul had been in the law enforcement industry for a long time, as he definitely did well at playing it cool and not panicking. Yet he still was suspiciously over-explaining himself.
See, that's what I'm saying.
Paul continued to explain his Navy days and all the great things he's done for people. But by this point, the detectives were ready to start
trying to make himself look good. Like, bro, if the detectives got you in the room, it's not for no reason. So all that talking, all that over-explaining, I was this, I was that, nobody cares, bro. You got a 12-year-old girl in there, and you got some funny stuff going on, and you're doing too much talking. Like, come on, bro. Nobody's buying that. Nobody's buying that.
This is up there as one of the weirdest things. And like I said, that's where to talk about. It's, they're talking to everybody and talking to the family, and I think that, there seems to be like, the Paul that's, the Navy veteran and the great cop that,
right. Nobody's going to expect that.
Never do anything wrong, but doing all these great things, and then last night that kind of comes, then there's like this revelation of this other Paul, and some of these allegations are pretty shocking. And so,
of course it is. And you know what? He's probably telling her nobody's going to believe you. If you tell anybody, you're going to be in trouble. You know what I'm saying? Really trying to force that into her head. I know, I've been through it. I'm telling y'all. Okay? And because of his status, and she knows everybody thinks so great of him, and all the neighbors and the friends and the family, everybody loves him. So she don't think nobody's going to believe her. And he's probably telling her that every single time. That's how they work. That's how they control. Bro, I hate. You're grown-ass men, bro.
Didn't know what they were. So, basically, I'll tell you what she kind of, in a nutshell, what she's kind of said is, this has kind of been going on. This is nothing new. This is something that's been going on going back to when you guys first came in line. Actually, when she was 3 or 4 years old. This happens.
3 to 4. Yo, I'm gonna need an explanation, bro. I'm gonna need an explanation. Like, how did we get here? And this dude looked like he's like 50, over 50 years old. So I'm willing to bet you he's been doing this shit for years, bro. And as a cop, as a Navy, you know how much people he probably done took advantage? How many? Like, come on. 3 to 4 years old. The mom has no idea. The girl's been quiet for 7, 6, 7, 8 years. She's to be 12 years old and so exhausted and it's deep, bro. My daughter's 12 right now. This is crazy. This is crazy, bro. I'm talking too much.
At your old house and this house, she makes mention of, dozens of times that you've.
He has no reaction at all.
Touched over and under clothes. Performed. She's performed on you. Even going back as recent as yesterday.
And looking and trying to pretend to be shocked. Now you embarrassed, you sick.
He's the Paul that we just talked about. The Paul that's been in the Navy for 20 years. The Paul that's been doing great things as a sheriff almost 30 years. The Paul that wants 5 more years out of here because I don't blame you a bit. If I could leave 5 years, I'll be gone. That's not the Paul that I'm seeing.
Nope.
I don't, sir. But I've been doing this job long enough to know that this girl's not telling me.
She's not lying, bro.
The detectives went straight to describe exactly what the girl said Paul had done to her.
Y'all saw that.
Immediately let Paul know that they did not believe a single thing he had just spent half an hour telling them. Yet they weren't going to slow down. Instead,
it's crazy how cops let you sit there and give them a bunch of bullshit for 30 minutes to an hour. And I know it's because they want you to talk yourself into a hole, but I don't think I'd have the patience for that, especially if I have all the evidence. I know what the girl done said. Like, I don't think I could sit there and listen to bullshit for 30 minutes. They got it, bro. They patient for real. Word. Facts.
they doubled down, but not before Paul attempted to put on the performance of his life.
Since she was 3, and I want to understand why
Here he goes.
she would say these things. I allude to it because she wants to be with
That's a what?
She wants to go on if I can't do it. That's my opinion. Whether it's right or wrong, that's how I feel, because this supposedly didn't happen the whole time. She spent countless times with her aunt down south. Spent time with
That don't have nothing to do with the fact that you've been doing that since she was 3 years old. He's trying to say that, Oh, she's been to her aunt's house. She's been here. She spent time there. She wasn't with me all this time since she, like, come, desperate to try to get out of it. Bullshit.
Told her if anything, that's what we have this conversation all the time with her. Anyone. You tell the teacher, you tell the principal, you tell anyone. You tell them.
Yeah, but you're telling her if she tell anybody, it's gonna get bad.
You tell them. And tough last night is the day.
Like he made. Oh my god, bro.
That's the only point. Okay, prior to that moment. No, well, she's been in the past. With just being there witness, like, from this pants, man. Stop doing that. Absolutely.
He said, okay, boom. So he just said that she pantses herself in front of him. That she'll just be there and just pull her pants down, and he has to constantly tell her to stop that. Like, who does he expect to believe that, bro? Me? You? Because I know you don't expect them cops to believe that bullshit. He's been a cop. Like, it's over. You're embarrassing yourself, making it even worse, gang. Just stop. I don't even know why this video is so long for you.
What about, would she know if she ever walked in on you? I don't know. Except for, like I said last night, the door was open. So, the door was open, but she I was like, well, let me close it. It's kind of. But you don't know if she walked around. Has she ever walked in on you? No. So no reason to know, like, what kind of things you like to do, or everybody.
Yeah, man, this is so nasty, bro.
Certain things. No
this is just disgusting.
No reason she would have any inclination to say kind of the things you do, like you like to do, or anything like that. So, let me ask you this. When she came into the room, she gives a very similar description of conditioning room like you do, except for one big detail. So she comes in the morning, says that she lays down on the bed, says that she doesn't feel good, and goes to sleep. Right? You told her, say, hey, I got to school. You come back home, you walk up to her, and she says her stomach hurts, kind of like you said earlier. And you said, come on, it'll be real quick. That's what I said.
Bro.
She described it in very, very vivid detail.
She's telling him she's sick, trying to get away from this, and he's like, it's going to be real quick. All right.
Things that y'all did that day. Things that y'all have done in the past. And I'm not talking, this is an instance. I'm talking, she's describing realistically probably hundreds of incidents in the past.
Hundreds. And she's never going to forget them. She's never going to forget them. She's vividly describing
What Paul didn't know was that cops have questioned both the girl and her mother, specifically about Paul's preferences, and the horrifying truth was that the girl's and mother's descriptions were despicably close.
That was crazy. That was crazy. Hold on. That was crazy. So he's running the same stuff he's running on the mother, the fully grown woman. He's playing it out with her daughter, with the little kid. Yo, what? You know what? These dudes just get married. They just do that to get close to the kids, bro. They're not attracted to women. They're not attracted to grown women. It's not possible. It's just a cover up. Just another way for them to hide their dirty little secret, bro. That's all it really come down to. Let's go.
Identical. The kind of detail a 12-year-old with no mature experience should never be able to describe.
Exactly.
Which stumped Paul.
Stupid.
Was what I've heard is ever mentioned. And here's what I think. I've been doing this job so long with kids. Then make some stuff up together.
Right.
There is no reason that he's going to make something like this.
There's no way a 12-year-old is going to make that up. No way.
What I want to understand is, like I said, no one has said anything other than you're going to break that. You love your family, you care about your family, you're doing everything for your family. So when it comes to things like this, she's either a liar or she's telling the truth. Right. And told with such detail that there's no way she can say these things unless she's experienced it.
What are you shaking your head for? Just admit the truth. Let's go. Let's go. Let's hear how much years you get.
I'm going to sit there and tell you that's never happened. Ever. Because that's it. Because we talk about this stuff all the time in our house. What she's supposed to be doing. Like, kids happen in school all the time. Because one time when she came home with 5 hours sleeping, like she just told us. And I heard some friends in school talking about vibrators. We'll move off the each other like, what?
Bro, I will not deny the fact that kids talk crazy things and introduce each other to crazy things because they do. You don't know what your kids are talking about when they're at school. Facts. But I guarantee you, if your 12-year-old, 13-year-old kids are talking about some stuff they're not supposed to be talking about, they're not coming home to you and say, hey, mom, hey, dad, me and such were talking about vibrators today. We were talking about sex. Like, he's just chatting at this point, bro. Making stuff up as he goes along. Don't he sound stupid? My 12-year-old came home and told me she was talking about vibrators with her friends.
To say the things that she said, right?
Come on,
bro. You specifically not. Right. They weren't like vague, like, oh, he did this one thing, he did that one time. She was very specific on her allegations. Days, times.
Yeah, she's going to remember everything, bro.
And like I said, this is a girl that, well, she needs more than anything. Like, I'm not here to.
She needs to be free.
What I want to do is, I am here.
She needs to get her life back.
I'm here. I want to make sure this has changed everyone's life. Yes, it has. Forever. 100%. And this is something that all of them are going to have to live with forever. Yeah.
She don't got to live with him forever. He's going to jail.
We have to understand why these things happen, and that they're never going to happen again. Right. And that's the most important thing. So, because I am good. I just can't let you. You're saying if she was a pyromaniac, are you going to put matches in the house again? Of course not. Right. But how can I get chances to know that you're not going to do this again? I mean, can you tell me that I didn't do it?
Oh, he still said I didn't do it.
I know, like, the child's it's in our court. It is.
How are they going to get him to admit this, though? Because at the end of the day, it's still her word versus his.
For me to say it'll never happen again, it never happened.
Paul stuck to his story. Yet what he didn't know was that the detective was about to confront him with forensic evidence linked to the girl's claims that were undeniable.
Okay, see? So they got evidence. Now, when the cop said, how do we know you're never going to do this again? He was trying to catch him. He's trying to catch him, get him to say, oh, I won't, I promise, something like that. Admitting without admitting, you know what I mean? So I was doubting that they had evidence for a second, but looks like we good. We can't let them get away, bro. We can't. On no technicalities or nothing like that.
Her allegations aren't just like source on the internet. They're not. It's like there are specific incidents and specific things that she knows about. To include to know that she made an allegation that yesterday you met you put in a towel. You put a towel in the bathroom. Yesterday. Did you guys find a look for a towel in the bathroom, right? Yes. Okay.
Why would you ask that? Because you know you left it
towel
there.
That had the presumptive positive. Yes, that's for me from last week. Yeah, it's in my dirty clothes and you try.
In front of... All right, let's watch the video.
In my hamper is that on the towel? Absolutely. How would she know that? She was at school.
Exactly. So how would she know that?
I'm home at school. When they're at school, my me time is when I'm in the house by myself. Yeah, I get that. But how would she know that? How would I know how she would know that? There's no way there was any fresh anything on there. I can tell you it's old because I know when I did that. It's the brown towel with the fan specs on it. The square. How would she know?
Oh.
How she would know that? It's been in my hamper for almost 4 or 5 days.
This is where Paul's calm and collected act would begin to
Exactly.
rapidly dissolve. Upon being faced with undeniable evidence, Paul began raising the pitch of his voice and nervously laughing, clear body language indicators of someone who's lying.
How she would know that? That didn't happen. I promise you it didn't happen. She did not see me do that because there was no one home when I did that. So she would just randomly make up a story that happened to me.
That just happened to be right.
Why not? I mean, what? Oh man. I'm telling you, this old towel from last week. She did not see me today or any other day. But why? I don't know. Why would she make that up? I don't know why. Can you answer that question? Because of the fact that she says that puts a little truth to her story.
Like she just guessed he was beating off into your brown towel.
There's a lot of truths to a lot of good stories. There's a lot of things going on with everything she said where it's all back. It's from you touching her.
Well, this should get real nasty.
She says you never put it inside. But she says okay. So if I say I did these things and she didn't let me, then what happens? Where do I go from here? I told you, man, I want you to help.
I want to help you, man. I want to help you, man. He knows the game. He knows you're going to jail. You see, he knows, bro. He knows. Come on. They don't care about you, bro.
I've been doing it for a long time.
So has he. He's been doing it even longer.
I want help. You say that you were a great father. I am a great father. I have never doubted that in the either. You sit here and tell me that you care about your kids, right? And you care about anything for them, right? They have to have help. How am I going to be there for them if I'm not there? Because the first thing they don't need another person to tell them they're liars.
So he's basically admitted it already.
You have to be the difference. You give them one dad. But dad is freaking. You're the one you accuse of being a monster. So that's not dad. I don't want that to be my dad. I want that to be my dad. Like today, I have no one. Literally, I have no one. I go away.
We don't care, bro.
I don't know whatever happens. I'm gonna have no one.
I don't have no one. I'm not gonna have no one. I'm alone after today. Oh my, poor me. Like, bro, do you not realize what you did literally just the day before this? And you're worried about not having no one? That's a given, bro. Come on, man. Like, you commit the... Gee, yo. Come on. I'm literally at a loss for words. This is nasty. This is nasty.
I can promise you this. Listen, this is what I can promise you. If you sit here and tell them that they're not, and if you continue that cycle, what's going to happen is 30 years later, they're going to be in another situation just like this. And do you want that? No, because you care. I do care because you're a good dad.
Yo, he cares about getting out.
Obviously not. Oh, yes, you are. Obviously not.
Yeah, obviously not, bro.
Since she was 4, I made a mistake for 8 years. People make mistakes. Mistake. The difference is, Paul. Then what? You cannot fix the past. There's no amount of things that you can change to make.
At least he's admitting it. He ain't make no mistake for 8 years.
How everything happens from this moment on.
And it would never be a mistake anyway. Assaulting a child is not a mistake, bro. It's not.
Heartbroken for you. I don't care about you. I really don't care at this point. I don't care about it. I ain't bullshit.
He's a cop, bro. He knows this bullshit.
Don't think like you know me. You have to come clean with everything so we know where to direct the help. You have to do that for them.
So how is he going to confess? Let's see. He's thinking right now. You can see the gears, the gears really twisted. Let's hear it.
Yesterday, the first time. Yesterday was the first time. Obviously, she came away with me after the fight. Might be back.
Bro, yesterday, they always started yesterday. It's always the first time. Like, we're supposed to believe that today, the very first time you decide to do that, like, do you think that, okay, today being the first time means that it's gonna be any less it's any less worse? Do you believe because if you did start today, that makes you better? What's the point of this? I started today. This is the first time. Why they always say that? Like, you gotta say that knowing that nobody believes you, bro. This is the first time you got caught, sure. But you gotta say that knowing nobody believes you, bro. Come on.
Absolutely not. I promise you that didn't happen yesterday. Tell me about yesterday. When I took my son to daycare and came back, she was still laying in bed. And she just lay there and started rubbing her back and rolled over on me. Basically, I was laying out when she was laying out back to chest on me. Like, you guys would go back her back to school. But she was laying on top of me. But she was brave enough to come forward. She's not lying about anything she said. Some of her details might be off a little bit, but she's not lying about anything she said. And I'm damned if yesterday was the first time.
Right, like, we all know it was not the first time, bro.
She's putting herself out there to be brave. Be brave.
Yeah, we got the countdown. I just seen that. He's about to break.
I'm sorry for doing this.
I guess that's the cop camaraderie right there. The cop love.
It's been going on for a year. I swear to God, it's been a year. It started last year. I know. You know, it comes out. No.
Wait, hold on. Oh, he told him to put the cuffs on. I thought they was like, all right, put the cuffs on. More lies, bro. More lies. Man, I would cut out all of the goody good cop, bro. I'd cut it out right there. See here, I don't know how this is gonna affect me, poor me, my child support, my life, my family. Shut up, bro. Shut the man. Look at him. I'm glad he going to jail. Nobody cares, bro. You ruined that girl's entire life.
This isn't your fault. This is the fault of life. And let me tell you what, we all...
Yo, this cop said it's the fault of life, bro.
Let me tell you what. We may not have fallen off like this.
You're not getting no sympathy for that, bro.
In February 2023, Former Clay County deputy and Navy veteran Paul Mauricio pleaded guilty to and lascivious behavior on a victim younger than and 3 counts of custodial sexual assault. He was sentenced to 25 years in state prison.
25 years. Amen. Thank you, Jesus. 25 years. Guys, look, girls especially, be careful about whatever dude you bring into your life, bringing around your kids. Dudes, be careful. Talk to your, your ex-partners about who they bring around your kids, man or woman. You never know. You could never be prepared. And it's going to take 8 years before you find out. 5, 10, 8. Lock in, bro. Lock in. Watch who you bring around your kids. That's the video.